What's up, clients? I wanted to give this video to you guys so we can make sure that we're on the same page when we're training, all right? So I'm gonna break down a few things regarding why we should fast at least 12 hours before we train, and why we should use heavier weights, moderate to heavy weights, to ensure that we're burning the fat. This is all about making fat loss more efficient, and this is the way to go about doing it without trying to overtrain. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of us believe that it's the cardio that's going to produce the fat loss. This is the furthest from the truth. Cardio is great for the respiratory and the cardiovascular system. It helps with the brain. They call it BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. It's the neurogenesis, or the renewing of the brain cells. It's great for that, and it can aid in the loss of fat. But running and trying to work out in the cardiovascular way, meaning using that super light weight so that you're never resting, because I give you a number of reps and you don't rest because you believe that the more is better. It's not. More is not better. More efficient technique, heavier weight with, again, the right intensity, which you having to rest, is going to be better for what it is that most of us are trying to achieve, and that is the loss of fat. All right, so let's break it down right here. We're going with training in a fasted state. So time fasted, at least 12 hours. Now that is not optimal. That's the amount of time that it takes for the glucose to be removed from the liver and the muscles. Generally speaking, 12 hours without eating anything or drinking anything that has calories, all right? So that is at least 12 hours. If you can do that, that's better than not doing it. But that is the least efficient way. But it does ensure that once we start training, you're going to be burning fat. So you have to do at least 12 hours without you eating or drinking anything. So say you train with me early in the morning. So you want to stop training, or you want to stop eating. Say you're training at 6. You want to stop eating at 6 p.m. if possible. All right. If you're training with me later in the day, then of course you can eat a little later at night. So if you're eating again the night before, you stop eating at 8 p.m., then 12 hours from that will be 8 a.m. All right. So if you're training with me at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., you want to try to still fast up until the time that you're trained with me. All right. Again, for some people this won't be feasible, but for those of you who can, this is what you want to do. All right. So optimal hours would be 16 to 23 hours. So let's use an example. Say I stopped eating at 8 p.m. last night, and today I don't resume eating until 12 noon. So that's 16 hours. Generally speaking, with myself, I just started back training myself about 4 weeks ago. So I've been fasting about 2 years at anywhere between 18 and 20 hours of fasting before I consume my food the next day. So now I'm incorporating the training in, and I'm hoping to see the results that I need to see. All right. So optimal would be at least 16 to 23 hours. And again, that means nothing with any type of calories in it. Again, if you have to drink coffee, which I don't recommend, but many of us do drink it. If you have to drink coffee, drink it black on the days that you're gonna come and train, because you want to train on a fasted stomach. All right. Style of training. Again, optimal, meaning that you're going to have less time. It's going to take less time in order to see the results that you're trying to see when you're training in this fashion. With moderate to heavy weight in a fasted state, you want to reach muscle failure. Many of you guys don't like to have to rest from the muscle fatiguing or the weight becoming too heavy after the reps, and you're able to go round after round after round and barely rest. You're working out, but you're not getting the most out of the workout, all right? So you want to get the most out of the workout. So what you want to do is you want to, at least after I give you a set, and it's a set of 12, that second set of 12 or that same movement, you should be having to rest from either that muscle fatiguing or the weight becoming too heavy. There's nothing wrong with resting, and it's not gonna build big muscles. What you're trying to do is burn more fat, and it's gonna cause the body to have to use more energy in the muscle, because fat is stored in the muscle as well, and that is where you want the fat to be burnt from, and then eventually it will burn from all the other parts of the body. All right, so again, you want to be burning and you want to go heavy. You're going to need to rest more often. Again, don't worry about the speed. Many of you are consumed with trying to go fast or trying to complete every rep. It's not about that. We're trying to burn the fat, and that's what we want to do, and this is going to be the most efficient way. Now, that's the most optimal way of training. Now, the suboptimal way is the way that many of you are training. All right, so don't take it personal. I'm just sharing with you my observation. Many of you want to use the light to moderate weight. Many of you want to complete every rep because you believe that more is better. Again, more is not better when it comes to this style of training. You're completing every rep up to 15 reps, so even higher. I've had clients that go through the whole routine that I'm sending at them and they barely rest at all. That means that weight is too light. If I'm giving you 15 reps and you going round after round and you're barely resting, that means that that weight is totally too light for what it is that we're trying to accomplish. Not saying that you're not working out, not saying that you may not maintain what it is that you're doing as far as your strength and so forth, but if you're trying to lose fat, you're not going to lose it in that way efficiently, all right? Muscle fatigue is sporadic, meaning that you're not coming to failure. There's nothing wrong with failing, guys, when it comes to the muscle fatigue aspect. Again, we've been taught that push, make it through the whole workout without resting. That means you really worked out. No, that's the least efficient way of training. This is a more efficient way that I'm teaching you with the optimal way of training with the moderate to heavy reps, heavy weight with the 8 to 12 reps. Also, rarely resting. All right, so barely resting. That's what I should say, not rarely. So barely resting when I'm giving you, this is the suboptimal way, meaning that you're getting through most of everything without having to rest. Or if you do have to rest, it's from the cardio and respiratory aspect of the breathing and so forth versus the muscle fatigue. So you don't want that, all right? You don't want that to be while you're resting. Now, it can be a part of why you're resting, but you want to be resting because of the weight. Again, the weight, the energy that's going to take to move that heavier weight, it's going to be the energy that is derived from the fat, and the more that you having to use that energy in the muscle, it's the more that you're going to burn away the fat. Understand that, all right? All right, so we talked about the number of reps, and we talked about the optimal and suboptimal ways of training. Again, you want the optimal way of training. Moderate to heavy weight, you want to reach muscle failure, and I missed out, controlled technique. You want the technique to be controlled. Again, I see in my observation, many of you don't want to go deep in the squats. If you don't have knee, back, ankle, or injuries that prevent you from going deep in the squat, you want to get deep. From that push-up position, meaning you barely go down because you want to get every rep, go all the way down, and if only you can get 2 reps at a time, that's a lot better than you going just barely down and getting the 12 reps. Again, don't worry about the reps. Master the technique, guys. Master the technique. That's going to be the key. All right, guys, that's it right there. Again, the fasted state guarantees that the body is going to utilize fat off the top when you start training. Of course, if you're training and you're training long enough, you can run through the carbs and get to the fat, but why not start with the fat? And again, your body will adjust. It's not like you're going to be super tired or you're going to notice a great big difference in your ability to perform as far as the weight is concerned. You will gradually build right back up once you get used to training on that fasted stomach. All right. So again, I probably missed a few things, so we'll come back and do another video. But please watch the video and please listen to what it is that I'm trying to say. And when you see me the next time, please concentrate on this style of training. Moderate to heavy weight that you can do 8 to 12 reps. All right. If you're in a group class, you want to be closer to 12 reps. If you're in my one-on-one or my semi-personal classes, 8 to 12 reps is cool. All right. Again, you want that burn. So you want to need to rest often from the muscles are burning, and you're going to want to rest often from the heaviness of the weight once it becomes heavy. All right. It doesn't mean that the weight starts out super heavy, but once you get between 8 and 12 reps, that weight should be getting heavy or you should be burning. All right, guys. Peace and love.